Well, we're three guys with a microphone and a podcast. Next on Live Free and Ham. All right. Hello and welcome to Live Free and Ham podcast. This is our weekly show where we discuss ham radio topics in New Hampshire, New England, and beyond. We're thrilled to have you here, whether you're a regular listener or maybe you're tuning in for the first time. Well, hopefully you enjoy this episode. It's going to be fun. So with that, let's get into our show. I'm your host, Eric, callsign N1JUR, and I'm with
Paul, N1OG, the Grouch.
Todd, W1STJ. The general.
I should update this script. I still have Salty Walt in it. All right. That's how old this thing is. All right. So before we get into our topic, we got a few things we're going to catch up on. So as always, head on over to our storefront at livefreeandham.com/shop. You can check out all our merch, pick up a bacon ham, a pack of our hammies, or maybe you're into a couple of new shirts. We're always adding stuff to that storefront. So make sure you check back there frequently. Love to have you wear and style all our great ham radio stuff. And support and show off a Live Free and Ham. So, as always, you can connect with our community, and we always do that in a couple different ways. We've got our Discord, as always. You can head over, and all our links are in our show notes, our description, and our website. And you can then choose to connect with the community, or once a month. And actually, shoot, I just realized that we got to have them schedule our live stream, and we have one more day left to the end of the month. We may be doing another, June, July thing. So yeah, with that, obviously you may have learned that we do a live stream once a month, and we don't know when we're going to do it. And so nor do you. So the only way you can know is become a subscriber and make sure you hit that bell, and it'll notify you when we go live. And as always, heck, if you want to come be part of the show, maybe you got a couple questions, you want to provide some feedback, we have a bunch of ways you can do that. And you can do that through our SMS and email links that are all in the description and on our website. Or you could do the fun thing and leave us a voicemail at 978-233-1142. And we will play it on our next episode. And feel free, use that for anything, guys. That's basically what it's there for. We want to, interact with you guys. We want to share some stuff. We want to hopefully solve some of the world's bigger issues. Maybe, at least in ham radio, might be good enough. Either way, leave us a message and we will share it in the next episode. So if you'd like to support our show, as always, we thank all of those that are strong supporters of the show. And you can do that through our Patreon and buy us a beer links. Those are always available, again, in all of our show notes and on our website. But again, if you're a Patreon member, you can easily get access to a lot of really good stuff, our early access to show releases, our uncut, unfeathered content that most of the folks in the public domain and our mainstream don't get always a chance to hear, unless you listen to last week's episode and I messed up. However that works out. You, every once in a while, a little, blind squirrel gets his nut, and you got your nut that one time. So with that, as always, and we always say this, but, it doesn't cost a whole lot to be a subscriber to Live Free and Ham and support the show. And we always play our one message to back that up. Are you playing through?
You can join for as little as $3 a month. It's not a big expense.
There we go. Well,
it took a second because I needed to do a reboot and I didn't get to do it.
So we'll put a pause in here. We'll put a pin if you want. And you can see Todd's already rebooting. So Paul, go ahead, Paul, reboot. Right? Well, let's keep going here. I'll just talk to myself for a little bit while you guys are going and recycling there. So as always, there we go. Come on, Todd, jump in. Oh no, he's having camera problems again. What did he break? And he was going good so far. Oh, well. All right. Well, with that, you can get all of our great uncut and unfettered information, show stuff like this perfect episode here. Sort of little as $3 a month. So outside of that, do we got anything in the mailbag? Do we have any win links at all, Paul?
I have 2 win links.
Whoa. Oh, yes. Well, I would expect we should see one. I'm almost banking on one. So I guess with that, then let's roll our mailbag there.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story.
Everybody, we got some news.
Slow down, Boog. Let me handle this. We've got some news. I've got bad news and bad news.
I have reviewed ship's personnel, Captain.
Congratulations, you've got mail.
There we go.
You guys see me?
Okay.
Do you see me?
Why are
Yes.
Right. We're gonna figure this out
Yes.
somehow.
All right, you got to tell me.
Yes.
I was
You're
on
good, you're
before,
good.
and you're like, said I wasn't there.
Do you see yourself?
Okay, asshole. I saw it myself before, and you guys like, well, I guess Todd will come back at some point, and I'm sitting right here.
I love these shows.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm afraid that if Paul and I might get into it if at the 24-hour POTA, we haven't been hanging out much. It might
We're
be
going to wrestle.
It might be.
It's okay. If we have to, we'll have our moderator step in between you guys and figure that out.
Or it just might be Paul and I just trashing everyone for a whole
We're like,
weekend.
all right, if that's the case, then I'm going to have to figure out how we can invest in one of those inflatable rock'em sock'em robot pens. And we'll just throw you guys in there after a couple. Have it out there. All right. Well, with that, what do we got in the WinLink mailbag today?
All right. The first email comes to us from Whiskey 8 Kilo November X-Ray. And he sent us an email with the subject line, "Hello from Everyday Ham."
Ooh.
He writes, finally remembered to fire up the WinLink and drop you guys a line over at the Live Free and Ham podcast. Got to keep the WinLink network warm. 7-3 Rory, Whiskey 8 Kilo November X-Ray, the Everyday Ham podcast.
Sweet. Yeah, those guys rock over there. Always love to hear from them, and they've been doing good. If you haven't realized that they were on as guests a while back, you can dive back a couple episodes, and we had them on, and it was a great fun to hang out. There are younger version doppelgangers of us. I think that's how we relate to them a little bit. So it's pretty cool to see another similar podcast out there like us, but just very different.
Yeah, they're the younger Michigan version of us.
Yes. and more put together, I'd have to say. Like, we don't always have our roll-ins good. We don't have our scripts together. We don't sound professional all the time.
We need a producer.
You heard it. Yep. Step up. Paul needs a social media manager. We need a producer for the show.
I should ask my brother to do it. That's what he used to do for work, like for
yeah,
radio.
Sure he wants to edit our stuff.
Well, he's got a whole studio in his house. Be like,
well,
dude,
what does that do for us?
Well, he can link into us and he could just press through what you guys try to do.
Okay. Well, you get on that after you finish all of the other sponsor stuff that we need to do for 24-hour POTA.
Sponsor stuff.
Yeah. Remember the giveaway prizes that we talked about? We'll get into that. Oh, yeah.
Dude, I just want to do POTA. Why are we giving stuff away?
What?
We don't have nothing we have nothing to give away.
Oh, we have plenty of stuff. We got Matt to give away, Matt's antennas to give away, not Matt.
Yeah, we're giving away Matt this year.
And we got a couple other stuff coming in the mix. So, oh, good. So we'll talk about that in a bit. But anyway, so you had one WinLink. I know you said you had two. So what's the other one?
All right. WinLink number 2 comes to us from Kilo Delta 9 Yankee Sierra Whiskey. And he writes, subject, the week of July 28th, which is this week. And he says, well, it's the last week of July and really humid with the new job. Standing next to 1,700 degree furnace to make cast iron sinks look nice is not that easy or cool.
No kidding.
Well, the only HF I did this week was sending this WinLink on the UHF VHF side of things. So it's not really HF, but we get you. Oh no, I'm sorry. I missed the period and I just skipped over it. So the only HF he did was sending the WinLink. So cool. All right.
Okay.
On the UHF VHF side of things, been putting my call sign out when I can. In other news, I was asked by my club to meet with someone who is interested in amateur radio. They do search and rescue with canines and go to some places where there is no cell service. They seemed a bit overwhelmed because of all the things that is amateur radio. We had a great discussion and they seemed to understand it a little bit better. programmed a radio that they received. I did this so that they could listen in, and also, if they hear me, they can ask questions via another form of communication. Meanwhile, life goes on, and I will be posting that video soon of the POTA with the Grouch. 7-3, Chris, KD9, YSW, Chris Radio and Live.
Hopefully, Chris will have the recording that we made the contact, but we won't get into that. I know it's a sore subject.
No, it's all right. We can talk about that when I discuss my ham radio week.
Okay, sure. Very cool. Well, Chris, thank you for staying on track with your weekly WinLink emails. We appreciate that. Those are awesome. They're always interesting to see. And dude, I don't envy you being in front of a freaking blast furnace in this heat, making cast iron sinks, but we applaud you and appreciate you.
For sure. And thanks, Rory. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rory, too. Yeah, totally. Yeah. It's good to see that, too. So sweet. All right. Well, hey, if you have, anything you want to share with us, feel free. You can always send them via link, or you can just, send us a review via email or via our SMS. Or our voicemail number at 978-233-1142. And we'll be glad to share it at our next episode. All right. Well, with that, let's get into...
it's everyone's favorite segment.
And now, a little something extra with Todd, W1STJ.
Still the general.
All right. Well, there we go. We just rolled right into this like we know what we're doing. All right. Well, you see, we don't, because I obviously couldn't roll right into the script. Here we go, guys. Yep. I'm going to get fired after the end of this. All right. So we all aspire to do good in ham radio. Oh, wrong script. Yes, thank you. Oh my gosh. What the heck? There we go. My script's all screwed up here. All right. So, yep. This is where you've heard in the past, and maybe this is your first time listening. We apologize, but this is where we help Todd study for his extra class license. So each episode, we love to pick the 3 questions, and we might actually hear the same ones over and over week to week until Todd gets them right. Testing his knowledge and hoping he gets his upgrade. So you want to follow along, you can always head over to hamstudy.org, and it's an awesome resource to help you prepare for your test. And it's recommended by 3 out of 4, or at this point, I think I said 4 out of 4. 100% of all the VEs recommend it. So without any further delay, let's hand it over to the Quizmaster, and please, hopefully, he'll do a better job than I am. Take it away, Paul.
All right, Todd. So today's first randomly generated question. What is the purpose of connecting inner diodes between a MOSFET gate and its source or drain? Is it A, to protect the gate from static damage? B, to protect the substrate from excessive voltages? C, to provide voltage reference for the correct amount of reverse bias gate voltage? Or is it D, to keep the gate voltage within specifications and prevent the device from overheating?
This is the one we had the other day.
Not the other day, but we've had this in the past.
This isn't the one that I was on the live stream or whatever.
Well, that wasn't the other day. That was like over a month ago, but yeah.
Someone was talking about the MOSFET.
You've definitely had it before.
Yeah, I know.
MOSFET, yes. So last week we had that weird dual gate one where there was a MOSFET. Yeah, and then you argued that you were bitching about the arrow.
Yeah, because it was
schematic.
Yeah. Jesus, I don't know. I'm gonna do A.
Something about static is always about right. I'm gonna go with A.
All right.
Alpha.
I want to say that you guys are both wrong, but we're gonna find out. Oh, you're right. Okay.
Oh, Nice.
In the face!
Such a pessimist.
No, I thought, what was it? I thought the answer was C. So, all right. So here you go. If you remember that static shocks deliver kilovolts, you might hastily choose the distractor to protect the substrate from excessive voltages. But that's the wrong answer, because substrate is sturdy and not at risk. Instead, you need to protect the gate from static damage. MOSFETs, unlike other CMOS-based devices, contain built-in electrostatic voltage protection in the form of Zener diodes. A typical lightning strike has been known to blow such devices without protection. Dumb memory hint: Zener, zap, static, shock, protect the gate from static. Hope that helped.
Okay.
All right.
boy.
Well, hey, you're off to a great start. So here we go. Question number 2. What is one advantage of using ASCII code for data communications? Is it A, it uses one character as a shift code to send numeric and special characters? B, it is possible to transmit both uppercase and lowercase text? C, it includes built-in error correction features? Or D, it contains fewer information bits per character than any other code?
All right. For some, I want to say it's B. It seems like a stupid answer, but I think one of them does that uppercase and lowercase, and I think it's that one.
I definitely know it's not that. So
Well, I'm going to stick with it.
it's not shift, because that's frequency key shifting. So it's got to be D. I'm going with D.
Okay. Well, Todd said B.
Oh!
Is correct.
Oh, wow.
Thank
Holy crap. Wow.
you. Nice.
Wow. Okay.
So, all right. To give you the explanation, ASCII, or American Standard Code for Information Interchange, uses numbers in place of all characters, both uppercase and lowercase. 65 to 90 are A to Z uppercase. 97 to 122 are A to Z lowercase. ASCII is an 8-bit code providing a potential for 256 possible characters. As such, it does not require a shift code. In contrast, POTA code is a 5-bit code only allowing 32 possible combinations. Therefore, that can only support uppercase characters. So great job, Todd.
Thank you.
Wow. I'm impressed, my friend. I'm impressed.
All right. Hey, two for 2.
Well, this is the kind of question.
Don't fuck it up now.
Listen, this is the kind of question that's bullshit, because I know it's. All right.
Here you go with your notepad. Write down E7A04. That's the question. You can email it to those guys and tell them this is a stupid question.
It's not a stupid question. It's got the stupid answers. It's got.
All right. So for the third and final question of the evening, Todd.
Yeah.
How many flip-flops, and these aren't the kind you wear on your feet,
Mm-hmm.
How many flip-flops are required to divide a signal frequency by 16? Is it A, 16? I'm sorry. Is it A, 6? Is it B, 4? Is it C, 16? Or is it D, 8?
Or is it E? I don't know.
You can join for
Oh, wrong button.
So the reason I get it, when I was studying, I was either going between, I think I was going between 4 and 8. And I can't remember. I haven't seen this question in a while. Which, I'm going to go with 8. D. It's probably 4, but I'm going to go with 8. Flip flop.
I don't know. If you're doing 8, I'm going to do 4. B.
All right. Well, Todd said D, 8. And that is not correct. And Eric said B, 4, which is correct.
There we go. Log 16.
So,
yeah.
if you insert a flip-flop into a circuit, it will divide the input signal by 2. Therefore, to divide a frequency by 16, you simply need 4 flip-flops in series. So here's your lovely equation, Todd. Log sub 2 times 16 equals 4. And then you've got a whole bunch of other
minus 4, not
formulas drawn out.
But like I said, I haven't reviewed these in a while, but I think there's a bunch of questions that are so similar and the numbers are like, and that's what irritates me on the things.
Understood, my friend. Understood. But
Like,
thank God you probably won't see all 4 of the same series of questions.
Yeah, I know, but I'll probably get it. I'll probably pick the wrong one.
Right? Well, you know what? You can give up 5. We'll ease your pain eventually. Get your extra and you'll ease your pain. All right. So, well, if you're on the journey of studying for your technician general or extra class like Todd is, then in that case, hamstudy.org is an awesome resource because it tracks all the stuff for you and continues to drill home the stuff that you're struggling with and make you a better test taker and helps you get your ticket. So if you recently received maybe your license or maybe you upgraded, then let us know. We'd like to recognize you on the next episode for all that hard work and effort you put in. Paul, do we have any that you've run into at all from any of the previous testing sessions you did that you remember or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Is he frozen?
He was. Your video's a little frozen, but all we heard was yes.
Oh, all right. Well, good. Okay. Yes. So I actually was part of the Fort Bragg session today. We had 19 soldiers that took their test. Most of them were new technicians. There was a couple that were taking generals. They were already techs. But I will say these Army boys, they need to study better because we only had 5 out of the 19 that passed.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Those are my boys. I don't feel so bad anymore.
Dude, you passed your general. You're fine. It's the extras that you have to worry about.
Oh, these were mostly all failed techs.
Technician?
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Maybe that says something about our military
testing process.
Fucking generation, man.
Wow. Well, hey,
did any of them complain and say they identified as passing, and you should just give them they identify as a tech, so they should be a tech.
Passing. Is that a
no? Not one of them complained about the text questions or the fact that they didn't find it relevant to them in that moment. You know, they just took the exam.
Email.
Yeah, they probably guessed. They probably didn't even open up. They probably didn't even know the questions.
Well, no, because the exam was the end of a class that they had just taken. So,
are you kidding me?
Yeah, they just needed to study a little harder, I think.
Understood, man.
But congrats to the 5 that passed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job for
you. You're on your way to get. You're on your way to being general, not even a ham radio, but also in the military. You might become a general. You pass the tech class out of what 5 out of 19. That's tough.
And sadly, it's not really a tough test, somewhat, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was tough for me. I just study.
Hey, my daughter who has zero negative, actually, any electronics experience.
I had 0 too. I still don't have any experience.
Get on that. All right. Well, with that in our usual format, because N1OG has gotten up, I assume, to refresh his libations, we'll go with you, Todd. How's your ham radio week been?
Well, it's actually been pretty good. I've been messing around with my new radio, the FT M510D, and I really, really like this radio. It's just got cool features to it, and it just makes sense. I mean, maybe it's because I've had the 400 and the 300, but just playing around with this radio, it's like things are just in the right spots, and it's just simpler. And
so, are we saying Yezu finally hit almost a home run out of the park?
Well, it's got some issues, but out of all of them, the three that I've played with, this one's my favorite one to play with. Huh. Yeah, I mean, there is some things like on one screen on the RMS, I was trying to do it. I could take it off the radio, but I couldn't figure out on the RM. Maybe it's not RM. What is it called? RST?
AMS or?
No, RTS, the software program. So maybe it's not Yesu.
Oh, RT. You mean RT Systems?
Yeah, because there's one page on it where you can like.
Well, Yesu's is ADMS.
No. I'm talking about the software that I use.
RT Systems.
Yes.
Yeah, RT Systems. So on RT Systems.
RT Systems is not the same as the Yesu software.
Right. I'm using RT Systems.
Okay. Because initially you were using the Yesu software.
No, I wasn't, because they don't have it for Mac. And I didn't want to pay the $25. But I said,
Todd, I'm drinking because of you.
Well, I'm glad I can make your evening happy. So listen, anyway, I like the radio. The thing was, the problem I had is it had weather alert on it. So when I would scan, it would just scan whatever you're doing and then would go to all the weather channels. So I found I'd unclick it, save it, and then I'd go back to the page, it's back on. You had to go to a different page to actually turn it off. So it was kind of like, it's more of a software thing, because I could do it on the radio and not so much the
software.
On the software. It was easier to do it on the radio.
Well,
so yeah, but yeah, it's pretty cool, and it's I'm really excited. I'm putting it in hopefully tomorrow. I did find that I have auxiliary switches on my Jeep that are just empty, so I'm going to should make it an easier install than I expected. And then I got on the Near. I hadn't been on the Near one in a couple months because of baseball and stuff, so that was fun. Getting on with those guys. And I watched the Clubhouse yesterday. Couldn't hear Carlos when he was jumping. Did you try, Eric?
I didn't even know he was jumping. I know. I left Near early before you guys had Carlos Justin came on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And I watched on the replay. Which, God, guys, get a better hobby instead of always digging back at me after I jump. All of a sudden, it's like Eric this. Oh, let's make fun of Eric. Let's make fun more of Eric.
Don't leave then.
It's the Eric show. I had to go. Dude.
That's what happens when you're the first one to leave.
Yeah,
it's like being the first one at the party to fall asleep. You get dicks all over your face.
or markered up.
No, good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. Well.
I don't know, dude. That story though you told us about the naked backseat driving. Dude, that's just, I don't know, man. I don't know where you grew up, but that wasn't a thing in my town.
I grew up in Westford. Please, what do you do? There's nothing to do late nights, and you're hanging out in a car.
It's a Massachusetts thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
The problem is, I think you guys think it's a whole bunch of guys in the car. No, dude, it was girls. There was more girls than there were guys. It was myself as a driver and maybe one other guy, that best friends of mine, all in the car, and there was more girls. So that always played in our favor. That's kind of where that came from. So it wasn't like we're like, hey, there's 5 dudes in the car. Let's play naked backseat driving.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, man, what? I don't get it.
Come on.
I think that's what everyone was thinking.
That's what I realized after replaying it a couple of times. Going, dude, they must think.
I think you need to. You're gonna have to bring it up again at the next year and clear your name. No. Because I think everyone thinks that you were with a bunch of dudes getting naked in the back of a car driving around town.
The only thing we're bringing up next year is I'm going to present Izzo one of those pill bucket things that actually have Monday through Sunday on them, and basically put his individual pills in them so he doesn't take his daughter's birth control.
That was funny. That was really funny.
Don't understand that one, but anyway.
And who was and Carlos was bitching to you because you never made his shirt.
I did. I started it, but then
you never finished it.
Okay, here. So to my credit, I started it, and then I sent him a copy, and he's like, "Dude, you could do a better picture than that." And all of like the 3 hours worth of work, I tried to stitch it all together. He sends me another picture like a day later. So I'm waiting for him to send me something. So he finally sends me something a day later. And at that point, I lost interest. So I was like, I'm not going to do this any longer. So
he sure is. He didn't forget. He was like, "Where's my shirt?"
Okay. So we want to see the shirt. I've got it still. So keep talking, and I'll pull it up here and share the screen here.
Yeah. So anyway, since you weren't, I couldn't hear him parachute mobile, even though I tried.
Mm-hmm.
So that was unfortunate because I figured I'd try to work him.
What do you do? 10 meters?
I think, was it 10, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 10. Yeah. And it just wasn't reaching that way. Izzo had a problem. He didn't hear him either. What are you doing? What?
We don't hear anything.
No?
Yeah, well, sort of here and there, not a whole
Uncle
lot.
Elon's messing you up.
Yep. Well, he's up.
No,
too,
it's honestly, it's probably the gate settings on the mic. I was trying to, hold my phone to the microphone.
I got it. Yeah. So a little bit of ham radio and a little played around with the, listen to some HD. When we were talking about the frequencies, 14,313 and 7,200, I find that very interesting if I can't sleep to listen to those guys. Dude, those guys on there are just insane. Like they're like, they're crazy. They literally like commit felonies on there. They literally threaten to kill each other.
True. But like, I'm just trying to like, do you fire up your radio on your smartphone and then just leave it running?
No, I went down to the shack and I was fucking around. So we were just talking about it. I hadn't been on it. So I said, let's just see what's going on in there. And then I was like, it's like the Jerry Springer show of ham radio.
Yeah, that I don't disagree with that. But
anyway, so Paul, since you took off on us, how was your week in ham radio? Do anything fun?
Oh, well, look at you, like acting like the host of the show.
Well, someone's got to do it since you've been drinking.
Before we go to Paul, here we go. So this is Carlos's shirt, so you guys all get to see it.
Oh, hope Carlos is watching.
That's what I was working on, and he was like, "He's not. He probably won't, but he'll have to check out the video there." That's him. So he was going to send me a better photo. So once I finish, making that work, this will be what it will be sort of like. So yeah. So
Dude,
it was sort of.
That's fantastic.
So there we go. So anyway.
I'm going to have to get that shirt.
Go ahead, Paul.
All right. So my ham radio week, let's see. So I went to Iowa with Carlos and, we activated, Princeton, Wildlife Refuge, which is just over the other side of the Mississippi River.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys have cell service there or no?
Yeah. Actually, it wasn't bad.
I didn't see you on the spotting page. It's kind of weird.
That's because we never called CQ.
Well, there you go. Can't work you if you don't spot yourself.
Honestly, we didn't need to.
Mm-hmm.
So on the way there, okay, I missed an exit because we're shooting the shit, and I'm just driving on the highway. I'm not paying attention to the phone. We're just talking. So I missed my exit. I'm like, all right, that's fine. We'll just keep going, and GPS will reroute us. Well, GPS rerouted us, and as we're trying to connect to State Route 30, which is where the previous exit would have gotten me, right?
Mm-hmm.
we got to cross train tracks, and there's people like workers at the train tracks, and so I'm like, it's a little unusual, right? So I slow down as I approach, and then the bars come down.
Oh no!
And the train comes, and the train is like a fucking mile long, and then all of a sudden, the train gets like halfway in front of us and stops. And so the guy standing there, like the employee, he comes over to the truck and he goes, "Hey, you might want to just turn around and try and find another way around because we don't know how long the train's going to be here." So we shot the shit with this guy for a little bit, and he explained that they were replacing railroad ties, and so this was going to be a project, and we were probably going to be sitting there for a while. Let me tell you, dude, there's not many places to cross the Mississippi River. So I had to drive like 45 minutes south to get back to the highway, where I could take 80 across the Mississippi, so that I could then go back north on the other side of the bank. But we finally got there, and it was a great activation. Of course, I left both of my pod rockers here in front of the RV, so I had 0 chairs.
Wait a minute. Are we? The Grouch wasn't prepared for something? Like, this is a first. This is a first.
The Grouch was prepared. I just didn't throw the shit back in the truck.
Oh, I see how that one works. Oh,
Right.
So there's so we got to clarify there's levels. So there's the absolute rules that Grouch has and follows and abides by, but there's sub articles to that can be the gray areas. Is that how we're looking at it?
Yeah, a chair is a non-essential item.
Oh,
right.
got it,
Like,
yes, right.
Unless
Like
you're doing
a seatbelt
POTA.
or
No, listen.
direction and GPS. Got it. Okay.
I use the tailgate as the radio station table.
And then
we just
on all hands and knees, and you sat on his back.
No. We stood there and just passed the mic back and forth. For whatever reason, my military handset wasn't working quite well that day. But yeah, I don't know. I think we ended up with 12 or 13 in the log, so it was a successful activation. We both got to turn a new state green, and then so that was Saturday. That was Saturday, and then Sunday was an absolutely beautiful day. So Carlos got a parachute mobile in first thing. So I made another 2-meter contact with him, and then I got some jumps in. The last jumps that I could afford to get while I was here was because so the month of July I did canopy course 101, 102, and so the cost of the course plus the 10 jump block that I had to buy for the course and the gear rental for 2 days, total cost ended up being like $870 something bucks. And so then I had to fix my truck, obviously. So that was another like $320 that I hadn't planned on spending this month. So I really just didn't have a whole lot of money left to continue to skydive this month. And obviously I'm heading to Huntsville, at the beginning of the next month. So yeah. So I was like, well, I've got enough for 3 jumps, and it happened to be 40, 48, 49, and 50. And so I Independence Day, when we had the big boogie here, they brought in a sky van. So the sky van, it's a bigger plane. You can stand up in it, and instead of getting out the side like you see in normally in my videos, it's got like a C-130 kind of ramp in the back. And so the plane doesn't really slow down. Like you go out the back and you're going, full speed. but so I didn't get to jump out of that plane Independence Day weekend. So I was super glad that plane was back. So jump number 1 for the day was out of the Sky Van. That was a ton of fun. Then
is that
one of the guys that
Carlos is doing his one of his jumps from? It has the benches inside it, like in the weird side seatbelt one. There's a different one I'm thinking of. I remember seeing a plane.
Nope, that's just a regular Cessna Caravan.
Okay.
But so Jonathan was a guy that I had met. He came for ground school, and he did the AFF process basically at the same time I did. He got his license, I think, the week after I did. And so he was here for he wanted to jump with me. I told him I could only afford to jump one day, and so he made it happen that he was here for Sunday to jump with me.
Nice.
And so we went up jump 2 together. Just did a nice easy 2-way, just him and I kind of playing around in the sky, having fun. But jump number 50, I figured it had to be a big one. It had to be something special. So I waited to the very last load of the day, and it's a sunset load. And so we went up, and Carlos joined me. We did a high pull together. I really got to just kind of sit there and take it all in. What I did was I held the canopy in quarter brakes. So you get the toggles and you pull the toggles down. That's your brakes. So I pulled them down to about my shoulders, and I just hooked my thumbs in under my shoulder straps. So that way I had a little bit of time to relax, and I just sat there under the canopy and just took it all in. What a beautiful, beautiful thing to see, like, the cities and towns in the distance, and all the lights come on. And wow. There's a big wind turbine, array to the south of us. And so, like, to see all the lights start coming on and flashing on the wind turbines. Just an absolutely amazing experience for jump number 50.
Sweet.
Let's see, other ham radio stuff. Oh, I got a couple of videos done. Only one was ham radio related, but so I got my Wisconsin POTA video done, which was with KD9 YSW, Chris Radio Life. So that'll be premiering Thursday night. It'll be last Thursday night for everybody watching this. Mm-hmm. But you can still go on my channel and watch it. So
sure,
there you go.
So,
but yeah, so that was my ham radio stuff.
Cool.
So a couple of things. Your mic splitter stuff. I've been having problems with mine too, and I don't know whether it's the actual, like, the little kind of small preliminary tests I did. I found that the contacts get crap in them. So you might want to double check that little block to see if there's not something trapped up in there or something like that. Mine was dirty the first time. The second one, it was just because the connector got loose, because I find that these RJ45 things just never really like sit in there good enough. And so that was when I did with Chris down at the Cape, and like every time I would talk, they'd be like, "Yeah, you're 5'9", and then Chris would use the other mic, and he'd be like, blah, 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 blah. They couldn't hear him whatsoever, and I don't know what that was doing or why it was just getting jumbled up. But yeah, I don't know if that splitter's got some weird thing in it that, but I got to do a little tear apart to see how the wiring is to make a better call as to see whether there's some electrical issue with it. But yeah, it's similar problem.
All right. Well, so I was thinking, so I have a little pigtail that I keep attached to the radio, and that way I don't have to take the face off all the time, right?
Right.
But what I was thinking was maybe I should take the pigtail off and just put the splitter on and leave the splitter on full time, and just leave a dummy plug plugged in, and then I can unplug the dummy plug to plug the mic in. That way it keeps the connection clean.
Nice. Yeah. That actually probably makes sense. Yeah, I'd be curious to see, because I think it only opens the contacts only open when that second mic is in play when not when the PTTs. I think it's like that second one automatically just stays connected all the time, and that may be a problem. But I have to, like I said, I'm only guessing because I got to tear into that stupid thing to find out. But yeah, let me know how yours goes, and see if that solves the problem before I cut it open surgically.
All right. And what about you, Eric? How was your ham radio week?
Well, I got one other thing for you, man.
Okay.
I know your Massachusetts New England accent's sliding in there every time you say it. Is it high pole, P-O-L-E, or high pull, P-U-L-L?
P-U-L-L.
Okay. Because I like every time you say high pole, I'm like, is he saying pull or pull? And I'm like, what the hell does a pole have to do with jumping out of a plane?
Don't insult him for having a Massachusetts accent.
I'm not.
Call it a New England accent, whatever you want.
I did. I said his New England accent.
You said Massachusetts.
Did I say Mass? I don't think I said Mass.
You said Mass.
Okay.
You said
My apologies. I meant to say New England.
He's digging into you, Paul. He's like, he's like, all right. He's got something against you because, he's from Mass and you trash it all the time. So,
dude, I left Mass as quickly as I could. We're all in the same boat, my friend.
I know.
Yeah. So essentially,
put it this way: when I went,
go.
No, when I went to
all right.
You go, Paul. Take the lead.
All right. I just wanted to explain what a high pull was in case somebody didn't know.
Okay.
So it's the opposite of a hop and pop, right? So a hop and pop is you're between 3,500 and 5,000 feet in altitude, and you jump out, and within 5 seconds you're deploying your parachute, right? So you get no free fall time. A high pull is the same exact thing, but you're doing it at full altitude. And so you jump out, and then you want to get stable to the relative wind, 5 seconds, and deploy. So that's all that is. That's just that's what the difference is there.
Yeah, it's just your accent was getting in the way. That's all. Just trying to help the rest of the audience. We're just all the loving bunch here. We're all good. Anyway, all right. Well, to answer your question. Actually, did I have one more? Yeah, whatever. I started to write it down. I guess I ignored it. Oh, man. What the heck did I do this way? Again, this freaking week has been insane and all over the map. I mean, so we typically, for those that are our regular listeners and not Patreon listeners, we usually record like Sunday nights. So I'm always like geared up. My weekends are usually pretty quiet Friday, Saturday with no ham radio per se, unless I decide to go to the barn or something like that. And then Sunday is when I start to ramp up, like, Sunday mornings, live stream. I have a little bit of a break. And then I'm thinking like, okay, we got to start doing stuff for, this recording. And well, we didn't have it this recording because I ended up having was it my family function or something like that? I can't remember what it set us off for. No, right. Paul, that was the week before. You had to jump, didn't you? Or you were doing some activity, right? And then Todd jumped in and said he wanted to go fishing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was doing my sunset jump.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So yeah, you finally stepped in, and I appreciate you stepping in saying, fuck you guys. I want to go do this jump because I was, you were always like, dude, I just want to make sure we're confident. I'm like, oh, fine. So by the time we got
he said he was going to be really, really late.
Really late. I know, which was perfectly fine. I was like, okay, cool.
So I was like,
quiet night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, sometimes things come up. What did I say? I had to go fishing.
That was my do fishing or something. I had to go back at the.
I forget what it was. I got to get on that. I got to get on that President shit. I seriously can't remember crap anymore.
We're noticing that every time, even like last week with the episode. What did I talk about? Who did I call an effing idiot?
I know. I don't remember it.
So long story short, live stream went well. And Sunday was really quiet. So I ended up falling asleep on the couch, which is probably, because I think after my third cup of coffee Sunday morning, we talked about, some nefarious things that happened in POTA, which I thought was pretty good. We Shannon and Shane and a few others all threw in some interesting stories. We scrubbed them off a little bit, so we didn't basically to protect the innocent, but it was real fun to share some of the stories. When I shared our we'll say starried past with our Mr. FT8. You remember that?
Yeah, you were pretty. because I was listening.
Yeah,
to,
you joined. I was going to say you joined in. I
Yeah.
was totally blown away. He came on. I was like, wow, he either didn't fall asleep the night before or he got
No.
enough rest. And
Well, no, I didn't get enough rest, but I was home and I was like, all right, I'm going to get on this and
Cool.
listen.
Yeah.
So,
And so outside of that, I've been doing a bunch of videos trying to get things arranged. I got a live stream tomorrow, which by the time this airs will be, went Thursday of last week. So fingers crossed. I hopefully remember how to, adjust SWR and, get this antenna, this biscuit antenna. I'm doing N0 APX's antenna. He sent me the 40 meter antenna, and then it was the build piece. And long story short is I built it, but the instructions that he had the link provided was for the 20 meter antenna. And so I built it as a 20 meter end fed instead of 40 meter end fed. So I had all these extra parts and I was like, well, what the heck do I do with this extra toroid? And what do I have to do with these extra screws? And, long story short, so I'm going to have to cut that wire a little bit to tune it for 20. So hopefully folks will jump in and watch all the shenanigans occur because it's going to be interesting to say the least. So, yeah.
That sounds like fun.
It's going to be. I mean, if anything, it's just going to be a comedy of errors for sure. That's like the biggest thing that I'm worried about is like, I'm not going from a script. I'm not like, editing it on the cutting room floor to make it actually look like it's going to flow well. So it's going to look like a Keystone Cops, episode, I'm sure. So, well, we'll see. People will get a laugh out of it for sure. So, yeah, outside of that was my ham radio week. Not really, hammy at all, but still filled with something, related to it. So all good. All right. Well, with that, we, don't have anything prepared this week. So, we're just going to let it fly. Ted, who's in the chat there. Good to see you, Ted. I don't know if you've fallen asleep already, but good to see you, in the chat. And thanks for hanging out with us. And so, if you got something you want to get off your chest or you want to, learn something about us, we're going to kind of just free flow here. We talked originally early. Yep. Ted's still there. Good to see. That, we're going to talk a little about 24-hour POTA because I think we need to talk about some of that stuff, what we want to think about doing and what's coming up because I've been getting questions. But I know, there are others that are wondering what's going on. So Paul's got at the bottom of the window here our sign up for the 24-hour POTA. Thank you for all those that have already picked up and signed up, put their orders in. So we're moving ahead on that, and it's really good. So we got a hard, fast deadline. So check out the link down below if you're considering coming. Even for the day, I just need to know that you're coming and whether or not you want to participate in the catering aspect of it, because that's a number I've got to be able to get back to the barbecue place to be able to make sure we get enough food for everybody. And lunch on Saturday. So I guess kind of diving into it. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that. I mean, obviously you guys talked heavily on Near about it. And, of course you're like, what's Eric want to do? And of course, Eric's not there to answer any of those questions. So what did Eric finally decide, when you guys, worked through the details of our, POTA station?
well, the census is they want to have more than one station.
Okay.
My view is, my thought when we did this whole thing is we were just going to have one station and then just keep it going. Having 2-3 stations and then having it turn off and not, it's called 24-hour POTA. So it's like the one station is going to be running for 24 hours straight. I don't think we can, it's not like field, and again, we can change it. I don't care. My vision of it was, it wasn't going to be like a field day. It was like, we were going to run a station for 24 hours straight, calling CQ right. or hunting or doing whatever, looking for adding extra stations. Great. But I doubt we're going to have all those stations running 24 hours. So then it turns into more of like just a field day kind of thing. So that's my thought of why we should only have one station, but I don't care if we have more.
So I've been trying to think on the live streaming side of things. Right?
Understood.
So that's where
that's critical.
To me, my thought was that we would have one station outside that would be the 24-hour station, but then we would also allow people to come in and use the station inside. Mm-hmm. Because this is going to be the hub of the live stream. And so it's very easy to just have this camera connected to the live stream.
Totally forgot about that.
Right.
Okay.
And so then we've got the outside feed, we've got the inside feed, and then I don't know.
Where's the main radio going to be for the 24-hour POTA? Is it going to be inside, or is it going to be
close enough? It's going to be close enough to the RV that we can run Ethernet and whatever camera cables we need to connect up to.
So it's not going to be in the RV then, correct?
Well,
no.
Okay. That's because I'm going to bring my, the thing Watson pissed all over when I first put it up. Remember that? That's what I'm going to bring.
I washed it.
I know. I don't care.
So I sort of envisioned, but I like kind of where you were going, Paul, because it made a little bit more sense. So I envisioned kind of near your camper, whether it was the tent that you used for Nearfest, that would be the radio tent, meaning we would throw 2 radios in there. And really the only way to say 2 radios would be that if we got to kind of cater to 3 areas: sideband, CW, and digital. And so I was thinking Todd would bring his DX10 and that would just run CW and digital. Your radio, if you had the 7300, would be or a radio, whatever that is, that would be the sideband station. And we could have 2 people both on there at the same time doing those 2 different modes through, I was going to grab the club's triplexer and tie it into the Buddy Hex. And then Matt said he wanted to bring like a couple other antennas. I okay with that, and I'm totally fine with him like putting up 1 or 2 for just like those like specific area wire kind of things, but put them on a switch box, and like that's just an option someone can have at the main station, whatever it is, and that would have 1 camera on it, and that camera would cover both of those 2 radios. Kind of like we put an L table or whatever, a folding table, and some chairs and stuff like that, and that would be just the radio tent. There would be another tent that would be a little farther out or whatever. That would be the hangout tent, like we did for Near, and put 1 or 2 cameras in there. And I've got enough HDMI cables to strangle a horse with that we can feed back into the trailer to give you the video feed that you need or whatever we need to get that there. And then that would just be the hangout giveaway tent. People want to be on the live stream can all hang out in the room, and we can just, add more stuff. Because for me, if I'm watching, I'm not going to really want to watch somebody 24 hours just kind of doing digital or making sideband contacts all the way straight through, because that's like just watching another POTA for somebody else. You get bored after 10 minutes. But
it's like watching paint dry.
Exactly right. Yeah. But I'd love to be able to have the main, like us to be able to control from your OBS station, being able to do a cutout to that tent where we hang out and everyone gets to hear the banter. And then in the bottom right-hand corner, there's a small little picture of the operating station. So you see someone making contacts or whatever. And, back and forth, we can, easily switch that through OBS. So that's kind of what I was thinking in my sense. But, like I said, I'm open to, I sort of like but I don't want to have people in your camper all night doing operation, at your radio, because you're going to want to sleep eventually or something. But
well, yeah, and that's why I said that the station in here wouldn't be the 24-hour station, but right. It's an alternative that's just, it's easy to put in the mix, because the radio's here, computers here, the cameras here.
What radios are we having?
Well, we're having DX10 is 1.
Yeah.
I don't have my DX10 anymore. I sold it. So we'll have to come up with another radio.
Well, that's why I said, why don't we just use my DX10 and have that in the thing? That's the range sideband radio. And then if people want to come and do digital or
we just have to
CW,
set that radio up with all of that beforehand. So no, we don't have to spend time wasting swapping the key and going to CW or whatever.
Well, right. But what radio are we going to use for sideband?
So if yours is the primary radio, I would make that sideband only, because that radio is really good at sideband.
Right.
I would then, if actually Tim is coming for the weekend, so,
he is? So
I'm
he could
sure
do
he would bring
CW.
his DX10 and put that next to yours, and he could be CW and digital, and then we solve that problem. And then Paul's a third radio if people want to do other stuff outside and what or inside that's not part of per se the operating of the 24-hour POTA, if that makes sense. So
just put Tim's antenna really, really far away.
Well, I mean, we can do you have a bandpass filters, right, Paul? Full set.
I do. Yeah, I have filters.
So your filters and my filters can both filter both of our radios, and then we can put it in the triplexer, and then that won't kill us for sideband and CW, as long as we're not obviously on 20 meters doing sideband and CW. As long as we're opposite, those filters should be able to keep us from getting it in trouble, and whatever else. But yeah, my thought is I don't think we're going to have like two people doing 24-hour operation for the whole entire thing. Like, I don't know about you, but like if you measure our field days, we had 1 or 2 people total that were doing full bore all the time, and then there was a bunch of people just kind of jerking off or doing whatever and hanging out.
We'll be doing good to have one station. It has somebody 24 hours on.
True, and yeah,
I think the sideband. I think you'd have the sideband station manned 24 hours, and then if people want to do FT8 or whatever or CW, they can come and go as they please, but we should be constantly running that one station.
Yeah, I mean, so whatever the mode is, I think by having them all in that same one tent that's closest to Paul's RV, then we can have a dedicated camera to that station that's the 24-hour station. Because whether I would like so if I was doing sideband for 4 hours and then Tim wanted to get in and do CW for a couple hours, I would step away, go hang out, and then Tim could do CW, and at least we have somebody on the station, doing something for.
Aren't we going to keep someone doing the sideband 24 hours?
We don't have to, as long as we're doing it under our call sign.
Well, that's what I thought we were going to do.
Well, so here's the challenge. We don't know what the propagation is going to look like. So if you get to a certain point that we have everybody wants to do sideband, then I said go do it. If we want to do both, we could probably get away doing it because we have all the right tools to make it all work. And we could have 2 operators in the same tent with 1 camera on both of those operators, and we get more action on our live stream. But
it doesn't matter if the 24-hour station changes modes 100 times. It's just that the 24-hour station is 24 hours.
24 hours, right?
Yeah, but I just remember when what's her name at Field Day switched everything over to the DX10 to do CW, it screwed everything up.
No, right. So that's why we're having 2 radios.
Okay.
So Tim's radio will be
we've got the 7300.
That too. The only thing I don't want to do is throw CW on yours, but because you tailor it the way you want. But Tim's already got it all set up for us, so he just brings it. It's now set up for digital modes. It's set up for CW already filtering. yeah. That just sits there and looks pretty.
All right. So basically, in that tent or whatever you want to call it, that shelter,
Yep.
That's the station.
24 hours.
If Tim, it's not connected to the radio, it's connected to the station. So if someone's doing sideband and Tim wants to come in and do CW, we're not going to run sideband.
We don't have to. We can do it if we want to. Somebody can be on 15 meters doing sideband, and Tim can be on 10 meters doing CW, both making calls for W1 and LFH.
Okay.
As long as we don't have a time where nobody's doing nothing. That's the only thing, is like Paul said, just 24 hours straight, we do whatever mode.
When we can't stay awake with FTA,
or we're totally shit-faced and we have no idea even how to spell our own names. That station.
I'll be calling CQ on 7200.
24-hour POTA, you mother effers.
Make contact, my friend. That's all you got to do. So yeah.
All right. Now, the other thing I was going to ask, and I'm sure because you know how Field Day, you can get credit for like your log or whatever by your call sign. Does it work the same way with what we're doing? So like if I do 100 contacts at Greenfield, I can get credit under W1STJ towards like if I was going to say towards a kilo or whatever.
Yeah, as long as it's not in the extra portion of the band where you can't operate.
Oh, I can because you'll be there. And so Paul.
But you can't claim credit for those contacts individually.
Oh yeah, right. But I could do it in under, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll set up N3FJP on 2 laptops, and they'll share the same database, and then that way everything is logged.
And then what do? You just send me a copy of the ADF file?
I can, but basically I won't have to worry about it because when I upload the log file, it'll have the operator field in it, and you'll get the credit that way from POTA.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep. So simple, no problem there.
I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, the only person that won't be able to get credit is Ted, but he's getting his ticket hopefully that weekend.
Well, then he
can. Bob.
Yeah, sorry, I meant thank you, Bob. Correct.
Yeah,
not Bob, not Ted. Ted is graciously volunteered as he's on chat. That's why I was thinking. He's like, what? I'm an extra.
You've been demoted, Ted.
You got to take tests all over, my friend. What? It's our hazing orientation.
Wait, he goes, are you going to have a roving camera to show away from the station chat?
Yeah. So the other portion to this mix is that we'll actually have a separate. Todd, you're going to probably bring your octagon tent or whatever you had for field day. Mm-hmm. That'll be the hangout tent that will have another camera in. Yeah, the clam. The inside out clam, right?
Well, wait a minute. Then what are we using for the station tent?
We're going to use the one Paul has already that he had in Earfest.
The screened in easy.
Oh, that smaller one. Yeah, because I think the clam one's a little bit bigger, right?
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, and that one will just have a camera in it that live streams everybody hanging out and stuff like that. And if we want to put a third camera out there, we can do one of the whole area. If we, but we'll think about those views. And the perks to being there Friday is that we can work out the bugs and get it all working.
I could bring my. I should bring my plane. Practicing in my kayak, go fishing, do everything that weekend.
So, Paul, you and I are going to be doing all the work while Todd's busy playing.
Well, so I forget who it was. I was talking with somebody the other day, and they were mentioning the 24-hour POTA,
mm-hmm.
and it might have been Bob, but so. Pepperell isn't all that far away.
No. What do you get?
If I could maybe convince the SNDA at the Pepperell Skydive Center to let me go up with an HT,
mm-hmm.
I could do a high pull there and try and make contact with you guys at the campground.
Pull, not pull.
High pull. High pull.
Thank you. Yeah, dude.
Do your high pull and just land
in the
Greenfield. That would be the bomb.
I don't know if they'll fly over that far, but
it's a good distance though. I mean, Pepperell. Be up high though. You might get it. I don't know. What does Carlos get when he's like on 2 meters? Well, like how far does he get?
He gets anywhere from a couple 100 miles to close to 1,000.
On 2 meters. So I'm just trying to think. Number. I'm just trying to think.
No, maybe it's not 1,000, but anyways, it's several hundred miles.
So I'm just wondering is Pac-Man in the way between Greenfield and Pepperell?
Or do here.
I don't know.
Skydiving, and then give me another point here. So we can do it one of two ways. We could probably do that because we'll be there Friday night, setting up, doing everything we need to do. I got to run out probably Saturday mid-afternoon to get stuff for lunch for us for pizzas. But we could, if you could do an early Saturday jump, people on the way up could swing by. And we could do it from there, and then everybody could head up anyway because they're going to be heading up that direction. If that's something, you wanted to coordinate, but then we've got to be dependent on whether or not they don't, we don't have bad cloud cover or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or
well,
wind.
exactly right. I mean, obviously it's weather dependent, but if Saturday had really nice weather, like I just think that would be a cool thing.
No, yeah, dude, that would be cool if we could fit it in. So,
I think too. We should also ask the club if we can run the net that night. Paul, you run great nets.
Have me run the net.
Yeah. I think it'd be great. Come on, the Near Fest one was awesome.
Okay, so
I'll put the Ed Fong up, and yeah.
I don't know, dude. The place is in a big hole, so I don't know if we're gonna get much out for VHF UHF because I'm almost positive I've been able to hit the repeater over
Ed
from
Fong
that
will
distance.
get it.
Okay, so then this is your task, my friend. Take Mr. Ed Fong with you when you go to check out the site and take pictures for us, or if I don't go with you, take your Ed Fong with you and see if you can hit it from there. If you can hit the repeater, then yeah, we'll do it.
We'll just crossband repeat from Ralph's house. That'd work.
Or if we could put like duct tape the Ed Fong to like a painter's pole, and then like strap that to like the side of the RV or something.
I've got my 10-meter DX Commander in the truck, so the 10 mast is probably tall enough you could throw the Ed Fong on top of that.
Yeah, whatever.
We'll play around with it on Friday, and that'll be your job, Todd. Figure it out to whether or not we can actually have reliable access to the repeater there. Where the heck measure distance? So I'm gonna do here from here. Measure distance. Come on.
Are you looking at a topographical map?
No, I'm just measuring the distance between here and.
It's not the distance. It's going to be the mountain.
Oh, I know. But once I do that, then I can actually change the map location here. Let's go. Come on.
But it may not. I mean, you'll be higher than the mountain. So maybe if you're up above it, you'd probably be able to.
It's 22 miles from Skydive Pepperell to roughly Greenfield State Park, based off of.
Yeah, that's
easy.
Yeah. The challenge is, let me go to map layers here.
You need to jump at 7:00 so you can run the net.
Terrain.
I don't think I would have time to run the net.
Let me just do a little screen share here so you can see what I'm looking at here.
Yeah, throw it up, man.
Okay.
Where'd you go?
Oh, you can go full screen. Okay.
Yeah, you see that mountain right there? Temple Mountain is right in the way.
You got a couple of them here. I mean, there's.
Yeah, but I was talking about the Temple Mountain.
Yeah,
that's a big mountain
to the left.
That's going to be a problem.
Yep. So there's this range in here, and if depending on where you are, like I don't know, are we on this other side? I can't see where it's telling me here, so it should be here, not there. Gotta figure out.
Yeah, that might work. That might work.
Just split the uprights there, my friend. Yeah, let me see.
Thread the needle there. We should get it. Yeah, that might do it.
Terrain. We're on terrain. Where's Greenfield? That's the center of Greenfield. Where's
go right to Otter Lake. Yeah,
go right to Otter
there.
Lake.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
You silly button. Drag. Okay. Pull this back up here. Okay. So let's go back to terrain. So maybe
that should work.
I don't know, dude. You got 1,000-foot range here. What are you gonna do? Ricochet off of these other two? So you're gonna split this little gap here.
No, dude. You're talking about me starting QSOs at like 11,000
feet.
True. I forgot about that. Yep. Sorry. Right? Flatlanders were thinking, on the ground.
And so, by the time I get to 5,000, then I'll be all done.
Yeah.
And I got plenty of time to figure out my landing.
That's possible. I'll let you guys figure that one out. So people aren't showing up.
Well, I gotta get Pepperell to okay it.
Right. Yeah. So sounds like that you can handle that. And then Todd, you can figure out the antenna.
Yeah. Go back on that map and let's see where the repeater's at.
Oh, our repeater.
Yeah.
What's Paul?
Just go to Pulpit,
Penardville, Goffstown,
Bedford.
New Boston,
Pulpit
Bedford.
Rock.
Okay, so
You should see Pulpit.
Yeah, Pulpit Rock. Trailhead, just
that's
go there.
Pulpit Road. So,
Oh, yeah. That's why our repeater. So look at all those mountains. It's like right in the middle.
yeah, it's sucky. It's too many. Like
Well, it's fucking New Hampshire. We got mountains, man.
he's 800 feet ASL, but he's literally like on the backside of two very large mountains to our south, which is so funny because it's like you can hit the damn repeater from all the way down in Burlington, but you can't get it. When you're in like a town.
Right.
Over.
So, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of mountains in between there.
Yep, there is.
But you might be able if you look at that line, Greenfield to
this. I'm almost positive this mountain range in here. Yeah, because it's 1,000 plus 1,500 feet. You're not getting over that with the repeater, especially getting into here. Because like he's probably somewhere down in here. Like here's Ukanunik, so he's probably somewhere down in this area. I'd have to figure out exactly where, but I don't think he's clear shot to.
Well,
field.
only one way to find out. Todd, do a test. Bring a painter's pole and the Ed Fong, and see if you can hit the repeater.
Yep. All right, you heard it here. Task item. So, yeah, I think overall we'll do the two separate things. One of the concerns, and I'll just put it out here for everybody. So, if you're coming for the day and you want to operate, that's fine. You don't have to operate with a camera on you. I had a couple of folks ask me if I operated, do I have to be on the live stream? No, you can turn the camera around. As long as we get your audio, that's okay. I mean, that's at least gets people engaged, or you can put it out to the, the general area or whatever, but you don't have to be on camera if you're camera shy or don't like to be recorded. Just don't shut it off. Well, I mean, you won't be able to shut it off. Just don't unplug it. That way, at least the next person can come around and
how are you keeping all these cameras battery powered?
Well, Paul's got 200 amp hours in his trailer, and the only thing we have to do is run HDMI cables to his trailer so he can plug into one or two cameras, and that's not a big deal. He'll get the power off of his computer.
So they'll be powered. They won't have their little cameras to them.
Yep. And obviously solar panels. Like I'm gonna have the solar panels out.
Yep.
So.
And if worse comes to worse, we're sacrificing your Jeep. You got enough battery power to last us all weekend.
Yeah, I'll just drive on gas up there.
Yeah, outside of that, that's kind of my thought is, and then I'll bring one more tent for the food portion so we can kind of zip it up and keep some of the bugs out of it, not the wildlife, of course, but yeah, and then Todd, you'll have your solo stove so we can do campfires and hang out and drink beer. So bring your favorite beverage if you're coming and you're going to spend the evening hours, or even if you're coming for the day, feel free to bring your own beverage. Drink responsibly. Obviously, you're not going to be policing folks, but outside of that, we're just going to have fun, hang out. We may live stream from another channel if we so feel led to. Whatever. Ultimately, that's that's kind of here nor there. We'll figure that out. We'll definitely. I'm assuming somewhere along the line we might even live stream Friday night just to hang out. But if we don't, we'll all do something fun. So yeah,
and
awesome weekend.
I'll try and source one of the propane hoses to go from like Quick Connect to like your Blackstone.
Oh, cool. Oh yeah, totally sweet. Yeah, we'll use that for like breakfast. I mean, so the menus, if you haven't read the website, Tuesday, Saturday, for us, Friday night, we're gonna, if you're coming to hang out and you're coming Friday night, reach out to us. I already got a list of folks that are coming. We're going to do food. So, we might do steaks and, beers or whatever. We'll figure out that menu, but that's just
beers and steaks.
Yeah. Steak and beer.
Whiskey and beer, whiskey and steak I think is what we call it.
I'll make I'll make some tips.
Stuff. Okay. Yeah.
So,
we'll put together kind of a potluck stuff for everybody there. It's going to be the evening hours. And, I know Bob Koff's coming in, earlier in the week, and Mike as well. So, we'll make runs to wherever we need to go to grab other stuff. So, don't worry about that. But if you got questions, reach out to me and
I think
we'll coordinate.
I think there's a nice little breakfast place right in town.
Well, we don't even have to do. So we're gonna get up that morning, and I'm figuring we're gonna have to run out anyway. So yeah, we can all probably go out and get breakfast, and then do all of the stuff we need to do. And if Paul's gonna be jumping, we'll have to coordinate whatever we have to do for him getting that ready. So we'll have all of our HTs, and we'll put an APB out to the rest of the world so they know he's jumping with a.
Mm-hmm.
And then people will start rolling in probably around 10, 30, 11, 12, whatever. Setting up, and then we'll have our stationery ready to go, and we'll kick it off ourselves to start it off, I guess. And then we'll hopefully, as you come in, we'll have stuff going on. You can participate, hang out, there's lake stuff, hiking, whatever to keep you busy if you're, so inclined. And then part of the menu stuff that people are paying into is we'll order a shit ton of pizzas for lunch with a bunch of different stuff to go with it. And then Saturday night,
should have it like Uber Eats. Have the dude show up.
Dude, you know how much that would run cost wise. So I'm going to run out and get pizzas.
Right.
And then it would be insane. And then I'll probably go out a little bit later in the afternoon to go pick up the barbecue, because it will save us some money and not having them delivered to Greenfield. And then that'll be barbecue that night, and with a whole bunch of fixins and stuff. And then you're just hanging out doing this thing, and then get up Saturday morning. It'll be just like a light breakfast kind of stuff. So if you like your own breakfast things, bring whatever, and be definitely coffee for sure. And then
that's what I'm saying. I think right downtown is a little. We could just go get breakfast, like
yeah. We want to get a couple of small little things.
I don't like to pay money to go out to eat, so I would much rather. Right, we get a couple, 2-3 dozen eggs, a couple pounds of bacon. Some hash browns.
Yeah, we could
just throw that shit on the Blackstone.
If you want to cook it, I will make sure I pick it up. Because I will cook it.
List. I'll cook breakfast.
All right, you guys are on the hook then.
Yeah,
I'll get all the eggs and the bacon and hash browns, and we'll have that for Sunday morning, and we should be good. And then hopefully we'll if all the numbers are right, we should exceed 1,000 contacts. And God forbid that the bands are shit, but hopefully they'll be good. And
it'll be Whiskey 1 LFH's first kilo before any of us get an individual kilo.
No, I got my own kilo. I don't know about the rest of you guys. I got my own kilo.
Dude, I'm gonna try to work a kilo myself.
Blah 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 blah. That's all I keep hearing, Todd. Is I keep gonna work a kilo. We've got a kilo. You're so damn close to a kilo. It's like Just
all right, I got a kilo Russell Abbott then before the 24-hour POTA.
Yeah, you do. If you're gonna lock that one in, you're pretty close to that one too, right?
Yeah, I'm like 350 away.
Oh, so yeah. Get back here and start cranking that shit up. So yeah, if you got any questions or heck you want to come for the day, like I said, please use the link that Paul put down below. And we'll make sure we get you locked in, and there's still time. So I don't have to get the last final numbers into the caterer and stuff like that until August 8th. So if you think you're still on the fence and you want to still come, there's still slots open. You can come for the weekend. You can come for the day.
What kind of food are we getting?
Barbecue from a place called, oh my gosh, I just forgot the name of the place. It's a barbecue
Your mom.
place that, I knew it was coming. There's a barbecue place, a barbecue truck over in Derry that me and my wife checked out a long time ago, a couple of months ago, and it was really good barbecue. So
it's going to be like ribs and
it'd be ribs, chicken, a brisket, macaroni and cheese, cold slaw.
Is it up in your grill?
No, not that one.
Oh,
You couldn't do it
because I know the owner of Up in Your Grill.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, his daughter and my daughter went to high school, so very good friends with the. Why did I forget her last name? It begins with a D. But anyway, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I had him cater my son's baseball college.
DeCourcy.
Came up the DeCourcy.
Oh my God.
Thanks.
He brought up baseball before me.
I know.
Note that.
Well, hey.
On this date, July 30th, 2025.
You Stupid OBS. Anyway, Todd's baseball story time. There's nothing else with that. So, yeah. So back to just kind of stuff. So yeah, just get a hold of us, fill in those forms, and we'll make sure we get you on there. If you are a vendor and you happen to be listening, which I don't know if we have a lot of, I know Matt is, I forgot two things. So we're going to be giving a lot of cool stuff away. I'm still working on that list, still talking to folks. There'll be giveaways, antenna giveaways. There'll be, t-shirts and a whole crap ton of stuff throughout the whole entire 24 hours. So if you want to get on that, you can be part of the live stream and we'll do giveaways from there. Which reminds me, you're going to work on that giveaway tool because you'll be doing it via OBS and whatever else. So you'll have to figure that piece out too as well. It's in your ballpark. And then the last piece is we're also doing a give back thing because we feel this is really cool. We're all hanging out. So we are going to do a fundraiser for that 24 hours that we're running. We're going to do a live fundraiser, and I think Paul's going to set a goal, or I don't know how Ko-Fi works or Ko-Fi works. We can either do a goal or we can shoot a target.
Yeah, we can do a goal.
Okay. And ultimately, what all the money that we make from that is going 100% to TI. So we will cut basically a full check to Good Game there and present it to him, and get that going because we all believe in TI. Our club has been directly benefited from it. We have a teacher in our club who we sent to TI, and he has come back totally freaking on fire, loving it. So looking to continue to support that. So yeah, we're going to do a fundraiser. So I'd love to be able to, I don't know if we'll reach the levels of HRCC, but hey, if we could hit $1,000,
we'll set the goal at 5.
Yeah, let's do 5. And if we exceed that, that'd be awesome.
5,000?
No, 500.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, 5,000. You're going to go big? Go big.
500 bucks.
Go big. Go big or go home.
Paul,
Dude, I set the goal at 1,000 for my beard. Do you think I'm going to hit 1,000? Maybe not. But if you don't dream big, right, you got to have big ambitions. So yeah, no, let's set it at 5,000. 5,000 for the Teachers Institute.
Okay. All right. You heard it here, folks. So we're going to try to raise 5,000, and I would love it to see if we go way beyond that. But yeah, we'll have that in the live stream. So, pass the word around. We are going to do a lot more once, we finally roll into the mid part of August of, marketing. So those links will get out. All of this stuff will start to come. We'll put together a giveaway list of stuff so people know what kind of is out there. And, we might throw in some zingers here and there. And, heck, we may even have some surprise visitors who are willing to, throw in some big stuff too as well. And, we're all working out those details. So,
we need
if you're.
Yeah, we also.
Ray Novak, you're invited.
Yeah. Listen,
Ray.
and those of you that are listening, let's start getting on Izzo's case to take the day off for the weekend and get his ass up here. He's always got an excuse. He needs to be here.
If he gets knocked up and becomes pregnant, that's, he'll be able to paternity leave.
So Izzo, if you're listening, watching, just take the day off. It's not going to kill your retirement for one weekend to hang out with those guys from up north and see what we're really like. I think you'd have a good time.
Yep, he would. He knows he would. That's just the problem. He's just afraid that he's going to come here and have such a great time that he's never going to want to leave. Which, we'll figure that out later when we cross that road. But yeah, all good there. So yeah, that's kind of the nutshell of what's going on. I know people have been asking about 24-hour POTA and all of that. But yeah, more details will definitely be coming out. But that's what we're thinking. Always interested in hearing your input. So heck, you want to let us know what we think we should do. We did talk a little bit about kind of the antenna setups. I've got a big Buddy Hex that we'll set up, and we'll probably put a triplexer on there with a bunch of bandpass filters. So I know Matt from Reliance Antenna will be up there that weekend, so he's going to bring some of his antennas. And I think he's got a couple of cool things in the works. So we actually might have VHF, UHF. Well, we'll definitely have VHF and UHF there in terms of just regular FM. So we will make contacts that way to add to that list. So yeah, all good. Everybody wants to contribute. We're shooting for the over the moon this weekend to see if we can do some really cool stuff.
Yeah, and it would be really cool if somebody like Ray came.
Yeah, exactly. Ray well. and you want to put a bug in his ear to say, no, not you, like our listeners. There are somebody out there that might be good friends with Ray. I don't know Ray well. I know he got in somewhere. The guys over at Everyday Ham, they got an interview with him. So, he's obviously open for stuff. If he wants to come by, maybe he's in the area, his RV, tell him to pull it in. We'll give him a space. He can come hang out with us.
Hey,
I'll reach out to Julie from POTA Power because I hear she's got the in with Ray.
Yeah. I would say even Julie and Vaughn, like, if you guys aren't doing anything that freaking weekend,
road trip, come on.
Road trip up this way. You need to turn the New England states green. This is your opportunity.
Yeah. Hey, this is going to be, the more the merrier. I think it's going to be fun. And, hopefully this works out as well as I hope it does, and that it becomes like an annual thing. I'd like to do it every year. It'd be fun. But it could be a complete disaster. If the band suck, everyone's like, this sucks.
I don't think it'll be that bad. If anything,
you two will be like, it'll be like 2 a.m. You guys will be so shit faced, and I'm going to be the only one up. Have to stay up all night for keeping the thing going.
Okay, Dad.
It's the way it's going to be. So it's my prediction.
If we do this yearly, right, then that gives me a reason to come back to New Hampshire every year.
We have to do it yearly.
We're not good enough.
We'll never see Paul again if we don't do this.
Man, we're rearranging field day next year, so we're not doing it at the barn. And you better have your ass up here because I'm going to need somebody who knows how to operate.
All right, I guess I'll have to take a couple weeks off, and I'll come back up, and
inconvenience yourself for a little bit for a while to come hang out with your buddies.
You don't want your accent to change.
I know, right? I don't want to hear any Southern drawl bullshit. None of that at all.
I do my pull, and y'all gonna watch me jump.
You done for? Yep. Yeah, you're done for, Paul. You're done.
Well, I mean, I'll end up picking up a Florida accent or an Indiana or Iowa or Illinois accent.
Yeah, somewhere along the line. Oh my God, that would be a really big, weird mix. But
we need to get Joe Brett up here. Think he'd road trip? Yep. That would be with his accent and everyone from the Northeast. They'd be like, he would know what to do.
Man. So, cool. Well, I don't know. What anything else you guys want to chit chat about? I mean, it's kind of sky's the limit, but I figured 24-hour POTA is probably something on everybody's minds. And
I mean, I'm really psyched for me personally because I miss field day because of baseball, and this is going to be like my opportunity to be hanging out with people. And
please don't blow your radio up before that.
I'm going to test it.
Leave it in the box. Do not touch it. Leave it alone. The day of, we'll test it. We'll test it on Friday. That way we know everything's plugged in the right way and you're not putting power through it and blowing the finals. Yeah. All right. So all good there. But yeah, I funny radio story is like I put my DX10 up on all the boards and everything else like that. And then gave it to Gary during field day and he didn't want it to buy it for me. And I took it back and I'm like, maybe I don't want to sell it. And then guess where it's at? In my equipment closet on the shelf for a long time. And then we have a new ham in the club. I don't know. You met Gary, right? No, probably not. I know Paul hasn't, but I don't know if you did or not, Paul, Todd.
No.
But yeah, he was like, oh, he's been asking me questions and like, he's a typical on fire ham, wants to get on the air soon. And I'm like, he's like, oh, I noticed you happen to put on your, on the, GSAR, for sale list that you were selling your radio. And I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I want to sell my radio. And he's like, oh, I'll pay you the $12.50 for it because, I'm seeing the DX10s going for less than that now on a lot of the, the spots. And he's like, I'll pay you cash for it. I'm like, all right, well then, I'll drive it up to you. So I drove up to his house, dropped it off and, say goodbye to it. And then we talked antennas for 45 minutes to 2 hours straight. And, so he finally got on the air with it. It's out in a new home and, it's all good. And, I look at it as my dad has one. So, not that I'll inherit it later, but I will inherit it later. My brother's not going to get his hands on that. So, I still have a DX10.
Your poor dad. You're already like planning his demise.
Oh, see, I knew that was coming.
When he's dead, when he's 6 feet under, I'll be grabbing that DX10 back.
Cold.
Poor guy. Your dad's a good dude.
I love
Yeah,
that.
and here comes 5 phone calls from Ed.
I've already got 5.
What are you talking about me going? You're not getting that. He's gonna specifically put it in his will. That radio does not go to N1JUR.
Hey, let me inform you. I'm actually the trustee on the the will and the house and everything, so I get to decide what gets divvied up.
All right. Well, I'm gonna call him and I'm gonna say, listen, you need to specify. You need to specify that the DX10 goes to N1OG.
Oh, Jay, right. Like he really wants another Yankee with his he is only ICOM tried and true, so I don't think you'll ever see a DX10. It is true.
But I'll sell it for fucking skydiving.
Yeah. There'll be that stipulation in that he has to hold on to it forever in memory of Ed.
It's like cars for kids. Just everyone just donate shit to Paul. He'll sell it for skydiving.
Oh, dude. I feel bad that was it Tim from our club somehow got roped into one of those estate sales from a ham, and he has like 5 barns full of stuff, and he's still going through it. Tim, not Tim.
Oh, another
QDK Tim, the other Tim in our crew. The KC1W. I can't remember his call sign, but he, him and Ralph went to go empty out this old widow's guy's place, and I mean, he showed me pictures, and he had 35 pictures on his phone, and that was only of 2 buildings. And like
of ham equipment,
like, and I mean, old stuff, new stuff.
Sounds like he's like a ham hoarder.
Oh yeah, he totally. I mean, there was like, twins, and I'm trying to think of some other stuff. A lot of old Hammerlin equipment, receivers, and the transceiver separate. I mean, this stuff is crazy.
Is it donated to the club?
No, he's doing this for the widow. So he's basically, I'm like, dude, you
gotta go to
understand you're an idiot. You're going to be doing this for the next year and a half.
Dude, he needs to go to Nearfest and just freaking put the shit out there.
So if Paul comes to Nearfest, there might be some good stuff there if he's looking for, because I know he's got a couple of TS2000s, 2 or 3 of them.
I'm looking to get rid of shit. So I was thinking maybe he could come to my house and take all my extra shit and go sell it for me.
You already have an in. Tortoise said he'd do it for you.
Yeah, but I feel bad because, like,
wow.
Dude, I get a lot of shit.
He'll sell it. He's been through that before. Yeah, no problem. He's all ready to go. I've been talking to him a couple of times. He's like, yeah, when's Paul coming back? I'm like, I don't know. He'll be back soon, I'm sure. And he's got a laundry list of stuff for you. He's like, I know. I'll have to go over there with my trailer and, unload.
Well, and not only that, but I also have 2 trailers I got to get rid of.
2 trailers?
Like enclosed?
Yeah.
Or
no.
I need a trailer.
There you go.
One's a 6x12 and the other's, I think, 8x16 or 8x14.
I need one for my my Ranger.
Oh, there you go.
Which one would fit the Ranger? Seriously, I'll buy one of those. Are they in good shape?
Dude, probably. Well, so the smaller of the 2 is got a bent axle, so I mean it'd be great for a yard trailer.
Yeah, I don't need that.
But if you're towing it down the road, like it eats up tires. That's all.
Or what about the other one?
The other one's freaking, dude. I bought it last year to haul my ATVs. Mm-hmm. It's mint. I just never registered it.
I'll buy it. I need it. I was gonna buy one. I keep procrastinating to do it, but I really need one. So yeah.
Well, I bought it for $900. So I'll sell it to you for $750.
All right, deal.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So when you come up, we'll just do it.
Yeah, it's nice. I put a little toolbox in the front so that I could store my folding ramp behind the toolbox.
Does it have a ramp? Does it have a ramp, like a thing in the back to drive up the stuff?
Yep.
Yeah.
It sure does.
And it'll fit.
Sure does.
All right, done deal. If you need the money ahead of time, for jumping, I'll give it to you ahead of time.
No.
Whenever you need it.
I'll be home in 3 weeks.
I know, but if you need money to jump or you're in a jam, I'll just Venmo. Do you have Venmo? Apple Pay?
He does.
He doesn't have Apple. Yeah, I'll just Venmo it to you.
I don't do Apple.
He will never have Apple Pay.
You only get my money if it's Apple Cash. Dude, listen to this. So I'm like, I have this.
I got to get rid of my ATV too, and I fucking hate it because the ATV that I bought is exactly the ATV that I wanted.
Now you're going to let it go.
Yeah. So it's an 07 Yamaha Grizzly 700 with power steering and everything. Dude, it is fucking mint. It's got the full back seat with the storage and everything. Yeah. And it sucks. But like, what am I going to do? I'm going to throw it in the fucking bed of my truck and I'm going to haul it around the country with me.
Yeah.
Are you allowed to like have a trailer on a camper? On a truck, like a double.
You'd be surprised, dude. There's
a trailer hanging off the back of the camper,
right? Yep. Just tell them it's your toy hauler. Like it came with it. It's a toy hauler. Oh man.
Well, at that point, you might as well just get a diesel pusher and then put a trailer off the back of that and tow in your truck.
Yeah.
And have your truck tow the trailer.
Might as well get a Kenworth.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that would be too much.
You know what you gotta do is you gotta figure out like and just freaking have like a huge, call it like a minor estate sale,
fire,
and just
sale.
put it all in one place and just be like, come and get it. People will buy. People come. Like when I did I did one time a garage sale, which is shit, like junk. Right? Like not even like nice stuff. Like you're trying to get rid of your good stuff. This was just shit. And before the thing even started, the dude's like, I'll give you $750 for all of it. I'm like, done. And everyone showed up. They're like, where is it? I'm like, oh, some guy came and bought it all. Like he was one of those like, I don't know. He's probably like one of those junk collector guys that resells stuff.
Well, good, Todd. So when I get home, you get in touch with that guy, right? Because now listen, all right. So my man room, right? I've got a love seat with reclining gliders. It was my Father's Day gift, but I can't fucking take it in the RV with me. I got a big entertainment center. I got a 48-inch TV. I got two giant tool chests. One's a 56-inch. One's a 48-inch. I got all kinds of stuff that I just can't take with me.
So what you got to do is you got to get pictures of it and what you want for it. And I'll post the shit on Marketplace and then I'll just sell it right from your house if your wife doesn't care. I mean, I'll be like, meet me here. And then I'll just sell it. And then I just send you the cash.
Trust me, if he can't do it, his wife can do it. I can't tell you how many times she sold some weird shit.
Yeah, Diane's really good at getting shit fucking sold on Marketplace. Like really good. I mean, I sold Zach's his gas motorcycle that blew the engine was done. It had no compression. And some dude paid
rings are toast.
What?
The
rings are toast.
Yeah, he paid $150 for it. I was like, shit.
Yeah, because that's a steal. Because all you got to do is fucking throw new rings in it.
Yeah,
and you're good,
dude. I paid
how Todd tries to reassemble electric bikes. Yeah, I can imagine trying to do a cylinder head.
Yeah, dude. I paid $600 for it, and I got $150 for it. And he rode it for a year. It was good for all of us. Trust me.
Yeah, I do. Trust me. I have to say the same things like stupid headlights and stuff like that. But
yeah, Paul. If you need me, I mean, seriously, you take the pictures and what it is, and show me where it is, and I'll work on selling it. I'll just
yeah, because so I got my Alpha the 374 amplifier. It's an old school tube amp, but it fucking works amazing. It runs on 220. I can't run 220 in the RV, right?
I dare you to. So I'd like to see how fast the RV center goes. One contact.
I got my old full limit manual Heathkit tuner. I got a whole bunch of 10-tech radios. I have a whole bunch of radio shit, but then I've got a whole bunch of not radio shit. I just got a lot of stuff that I got to get rid of.
Like the radio shit and stuff like that. Like I said, I can always throw that in my trailer enclosed trailer. And then when Near Fest rolls around, whether you're still up here or, Tortoise goes, I'll just basically drop it off to him and he can sell it for you and give you the cash for whatever he makes off of it. Because that man can sell sand to an Arab, but or you can trade it for, an Arab.
Ice to an Eskimo. Yeah, it's all good.
Oh man.
So.
All right. Well, and who knows? Maybe we'll have an auction. We can do an auction, one of our live things. Fundraiser
I don't want to get into that.
Fundraiser for the Grouch on our live stream, and we'll auction off stuff.
Yeah, with the stipulation you pick up. We're not shipping.
Yeah, we're not shipping shit.
That amplifier.
if you have to drive over 50 miles, we'll do a POTA with you as a bonus.
Yeah, there we go. As a bonus, as a benefit. You heard it here.
I mean, come on. Most people that probably listen to us live in New England, right? Why wouldn't they? They saw something that was cool they wanted. Why wouldn't they drive up here to get it?
Right. Yeah, dude, makes sense. Yeah, some people.
Just an idea.
They'll go.
Just thinking outside the box. Hey, going once, going twice. Sold to N1J. You are.
Oh God.
Come on, it would be fun.
What will he do next?
Well, it's definitely getting late. I haven't had dinner, and I got to get up at 5:30. So,
yeah. Well, enjoy your antenna build there. I missed. I was gonna go. Long story short, I have usually on Wednesday nights. Every other Wednesday, I do. Jason's got a networking group together that we all get together and talk YouTube stuff, how to make our channels better. I'm way late for that. Forget about going to that now.
Oh, well, good of you for getting invited to that.
He threw it out there. You were on the list. You did.
I'm not on the list. I am not cool enough.
I'm definitely not on the list.
No, so he threw it out to his mail list, like, the one that he's on, the IO groups one. You're on that. I know you are. Yeah, you are, because I made sure that I put you and Todd on both of those lists. So unless he's knocked you off again, I'll go back and look.
He's probably like, who's this Todd guy? I never know this guy.
Yeah, I would say that's correct with Todd, but he knows who the Grouch is. Minus the fact
I'm not on the list.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, I've missed two of them already, so it's like the third one's struck out. So I don't know. Usually it's there, like I said, it's in Wednesdays because a certain kids table, couldn't do it earlier. So it's like at 9:30 at night Eastern Standard Time. I'm like, oh, great, that's fun. Like I want to be there for an hour and a half, 2 hours, going to midnight instead of earlier. But whatever, I'm not complaining. You won't hear me, bitch. But anyway, all right. Well, let's wrap this stuff up here, guys. So yeah, that's 24 hours. Hopefully, fills in some of the gaps. If you got more questions, post up on our Discord. Send us an email, and we'll be glad to circle back around you. And again, there's still time, so check that link out, and make sure that you sign up if you're still looking at to come. And so, with that, thanks again for hanging out with us at the Live Free and Ham podcast. And as always, thank you for being part of the community. We all love it that you guys are part of us. We've been seeing some awesome growth, and we thank you guys for just coming, hanging out, and being part, and just sharing your lives with us, because it just makes it that much cooler. And we're going to be able to continue to do that with the 24-hour POTA. So I am looking so much to actually meeting new people and getting names to faces and call signs and all that stuff. So it's going to be a blast.
Can't wait to meet Mike. Feel like I've known him forever.
Right?
I've never met him in person. Close, but we were a week off at the same park. But yeah, it's going to be cool.
Yep. Have a good night, Ted. Good to see you in the chat. Thanks again for hanging out and supporting us as always. So you can always head over, and if you want to connect with us, head over to our Discord, join the conversation. That link is down below in the description of all of our shows and over on our website. And we invite you to come. You can always subscribe to our YouTube channel, like we say. Awesome content there, and we're always pouring some new stuff in there every week. And leave us a review. You can send it via SMS link, which is located in all of our show notes, or our 978-233-1142 voicemail number. And if you want to support the show, because everyone who does gets some awesome stuff as Patreon members, you can head over to our website, or use the link down below in the description to become a Patreon member. It's like Bob says, it's less than $3 a month, and you get a shit ton of stuff And it's
You
definitely
can
worth
join
the
for
invite.
as little as 3 hours a month. It's not a big expense.
Not at all. And so, as always, head on over to livefreeandham.com. Check out all of our show. Check our shopping cart out, our storefront out. And as always, you can check out all of that latest swag and our contact info. And thanks again for listening, as always. And from all of us here at Live Free and Ham, 7-3, guys.
Great.